Coach Nick Cushing. If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Michael and Jared.
Nick, thanks for the time. Curious if you could give us an update on Tavon Gray. We saw him pull up lame. And then secondly, at what point, either as a coach or as the club, do you worry that maybe his injury is becoming more chronic?
Tavon is still working. We're not ruling him out 100%. It's going to be hard for him. It's going to be difficult for him. He obviously pulled up in the game and he's had this abdominal complaint. But it's nothing that we're not incredibly worried about it. We know that our medical team will work with him. And he's aware of, picking up these small things. One thing I can say about Tavon is he's incredibly determined and focused to make sure that he doesn't miss. He missed the Philadelphia game last year and through injury. He's incredibly focused and he's working really hard in making sure that this doesn't become a regular occurrence. And we as a medical team and as a performance team have to make sure that we do our part and we make sure that we give him every chance of being available for as many training sessions and as many games as possible. He's a young player, so he needs to play.
Caroline?
Hey, Nick. Good to speak to you. Just wondering, what are your thoughts about James Sands coming back to the club and the role that you see him playing this season and beyond?
Everybody is really, really pleased to have James back. Me personally, I'm incredibly happy and excited to have James. You look at the way that we're trying to embed an identity and to have a guy that has been developed within our system, that is homegrown, that has been part of the successful years previously, that has also gone away and been in an environment where it's only going to benefit him, playing in Europa League finals, playing in Champions League games, Ajax, Liverpool. We've got a guy not only who is a really, really good football player, but now has an incredibly improved mentality through being in that environment. So everyone's really happy. He's trained really well today. And one thing I can say is he's really, really hungry to continue to be successful with New York City.
Scott Churchson?
Hey, Coach. Appreciate the time, as always. We tapped on this a hair the other day, but talk about the addition of Kei Kamara to Chicago, what that means to an offense that, frankly, kind of struggled a bit last year. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we in our league, we come up against these guys regularly, the really physical number 9s that can attack crosses, that like direct balls, that if they get balls in the box and there's chances, they can score. He's consistently scored in our league. So he if given space and given time, is going to be dangerous. We have to make sure that we defensively are organized and we don't allow crosses in the box. Prisbilko is the same. If we allow balls in the box and we allow those guys to play their strengths, we're going to have a really difficult game. We saw that in Nashville with Bunbury. Direct balls, those guys are going to really feed off them. So a really good addition for Chicago, and one that we have to be really, really conscious and concentrate to make sure that he doesn't have a really good game.
Ronnie?
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Just looking forward to the upcoming game versus Chicago. I just wanted to ask if you possibly saw it as a slight advantage that we have a game under our belt versus Chicago playing their first game of the season, and possibly us having a little bit of time to correct some mistakes and things to work on. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an advantage over them because they have or they haven't played. I don't know what their preseason as a whole has been like. We've seen some games, but I think for us it's definitely a positive because, like you say, we've had a chance to play. We've played in front of a big atmosphere. We've played a home opener away. Now going into this game, we've had a chance to reflect on the game. We've been in the video room. We've looked at where we feel we can be so much better, but also where there was some really good positives in the game, and the players are really hungry to get out and play again.
Michael Andre?
Nick, I wonder if you could talk to me or talk to us about the challenges of where to play a player like Talish Magno and trying to balance what's best for the team, best for the club, best for the result, the immediate result, and and best for the player.
Yeah, I think ultimately, I've read stuff this week about, he is a 9, he isn't a 9, he should play off the side. ultimately we had a playoff run last year where he played as a 9 and we were really successful. So we've also had many games at the start of last season where he played off the side, off the left, and was, a really big player for us. You see in the Nashville game, he played as a 9 in the first half, and he played off the side, off the left in the second half. And I thought when we can't get any flow in our attack, he has the individual ability where we just give him the ball and he can be that player that gives us a spark. I think you'll see him playing both positions. I think from the start, he can play as an 11 off the side, coming in off the left. I think he can then go in the 9 and we can put Thiago Andrade there. So I think versatility for him gives us flexibility tactically. And I think that is a good thing for him, but also for the team.
And final one, Adam.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to speak with ex-player Tony Rocha this week. And he mentioned that you were one of the people on the coaching staff that he actually connected with the most, specifically stating the banter that you had and brought to the team. Is that something that you still try to bring to the boys, or have you kind of had to change up that style?
I think ultimately my personality is, we work in football and we should enjoy ourselves. And we should make sure that we enjoy working together as a team, coaches, players, support staff. But when it's not right, we have to be honest, and we have to be, open and honest and respectful when we're giving feedback. And whether that's having, a laugh with the guys and having rapport with individuals, or whether it's being really honest and, talking about players' game, where it's been good, where it needs to improve. I'm just me. I don't change whether I'm assistant or head coach. I'm here to improve our players and to make sure that our team improves and we win football games.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the pre-match press conference ahead of our game against Chicago Fire this weekend. We have defender Braian Cufré. If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Scott Churchson.
Hey, Brian, it's a pleasure to talk to you at last. Talk a little bit about the adjustment that you had coming to the new club, getting to know the new guys and everything like that. Any challenges, any successes? Just give me your thoughts. Thanks.
Tu pensamiento sobre venir a esta liga, las ventajas, las desventajas, ¿qué piensas?
Bueno, la verdad que estoy muy contento de estar acá, de estar en este equipo, de estar en esta liga. La verdad es una liga que me sorprendió porque veo que es una liga muy intensa, una liga muy fuerte, entonces nada, estoy muy contento, como te digo, de estar acá y nada, aprovechando los minutos que me están dando para hacerlo bien y demostrarle y devolverles la confianza que han depositado en mí.
Yeah, I'm very thankful to be here in this new league. Obviously, it's a league that impressed me very much. It's a very strong and physical league, but I'm very content to be here in this new club and give it my all. Michael Andre?
Braian, thanks for the time. Just curious about your first impressions playing away in Nashville, one of the larger stadiums in Major League Soccer. So just curious about your thoughts about the atmosphere.
Tu pensamiento en cómo estuvo el ambiente en Nashville, uno de los estadios más grandes en la liga. ¿Qué pensaste?
Bien, la verdad que el ambiente bien, muy lindo, un poco acostumbrado a lo que estoy, entonces nada. Lamentablemente no pudimos conseguir la victoria, que es lo que fuimos a buscar, pero bueno, estamos trabajando duro en la semana para ahora contra Chicago sacar un resultado positivo.
Yeah, it was a really great atmosphere, something that I'm used to over there from Spain. So very beautiful, but it wasn't the result that we were looking for. Obviously, we weren't able to get the result that we wanted, which is why we're working hard this week to achieve better things against Chicago. Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos, we can't hear you.
Juan Carlos.
Okay, Juan Carlos, we'll come back to you. We'll go with Ronnie.
Hola, Brian, ¿cómo estás? Solo quería preguntarte cómo ha sido tu llegada a Nueva York, qué has pensado de la ciudad y pues y también cómo te sientes porque ya tenemos la próxima semana nuestro primer juego en casa. So, te quería preguntar cómo te has sentido esas últimas semanas aquí en Nueva York. Gracias.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes. La verdad que bien, muy bien, muy bien. Muy contento, muy cómodo. El grupo, el equipo, el staff me recibió muy bien. Entonces nada, contento, disfrutando día a día. Y nada, esperando. Bueno, ahora nos toca un partido difícil con Chicago. Y nada, esperando el partido en casa también, de que seguramente va a haber un lindo clima y la gente nos va a acompañar.
And we're going to go to the room here, Paolo.
El partido pasado te vi bien, cómo en la cancha, ¿cómo te has sentido con las indicaciones del técnico? ¿Te gusta ir al ataque o qué tipo de jugador eres?
Sí, la verdad que me sentí muy bien, me sentí cómodo. El técnico, trato de hacer lo que el técnico me pide, me da libertad para subir al ataque. Me considero un jugador que soy muy ofensivo, pero bueno, al final mi posición es defensor y entonces tengo que defender también. Así que nada, me siento cómodo en esa posición, me gusta, lo hago desde chico, entonces nada. Pero bueno, personalmente me siento muy bien. Gracias.
Christian Ilenič.
Hello, Brian. We saw you enjoying a cup of yerba mate with Matthias. I'm just curious who you've bonded with early on as you settle into the squad.
Vimos que estabas tomando mate con Matías. ¿Con quién? ¿Con cuáles jugadores te sientes cómodos y has hecho amistad?
Bueno, sí, con Mati obviamente me siento muy cómodo porque también somos argentinos los dos, pero la verdad que con todos los chicos me llevo muy bien. Hay un grupo muy unido, un grupo muy sano, entonces eso es importante para conseguir cosas lindas. Pero sinceramente con todos me llevo muy bien.
Yeah, obviously there's a little bit more camaraderie with Mati just because we're Argentinian, but I get along with everybody pretty well. We have a really good group here. Everyone seems together and is together. So I get along with everyone here, and we have a really good group here in New York City. And final one, Scott Cherson, you have another one?
Yeah, if you don't mind, to talk a little bit about Chicago this weekend. Expand a little bit on what you guys have been working on with that, what you've been focusing on heavily, and also how is the weather going to affect you, if it will at all? Thanks.
Habla un poquito sobre Chicago este fin de semana, qué piensas de ellos y si va a afectar un poco el clima. Creo que van a ganar.
Bueno, un equipo duro, lo vimos en la semana durante los videos, la verdad un equipo duro, un equipo que juega directo, tiene jugadores la verdad que muy buenos individualmente, entonces nada, después el tema del clima no sé si afectará. No hay excusa, para los dos está igual, entonces nada, trabajamos duro en la semana para ir a Chicago y sacar un resultado positivo para nosotros.
Yeah, from the looks of it, Chicago looks like a very tough team. We've been watching tape all week. They play direct. They have very good individual players, so we expect a handful from them, but we're preparing for them just as much as they're preparing for us. And in terms of the weather, again, same thing applies. We're both going to be playing in it, so I don't think it affects it's going to affect anybody in any way in particular. And obviously, there's no excuses. We're there to do our job and hopefully come back with the 3 points. All right, and last but not least, we have defender Mitja. If you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand. Christian Ilenič.
Hi, Mitja. Nice to speak with you. First question, how are you settling into life in America?
Hello, life in America, yeah, it's exciting. Very big difference from Slovenia, so I'm still learning about few things. So far, so good.
Trey.
Hey, Mitja, I'm just wondering how your preseason fitting in has been going in terms of the soccer, how you play and how the team wants you to play, and if there's any differences there.
Yes, to be honest, the difference is huge from my ex-team and ex-country. But preseason has been good. I was doing a lot on my stamina, a lot on my gym stuff, and a lot of my tactics. So I'm still learning, and it's a huge process for me, but I'm trying to do the best on every training, and this is why I'm here.
Adam.
Yeah, just wondering how you felt getting those minutes on Saturday and your goals going forward this season.
Yes, to be honest, if you're asking about my debut, it was amazing. New experience. Like, you are a kid, you are dreaming about playing in front of such a crowd. And yeah, it was amazing. It was not a good result. We lost, but we are looking forward to the next game, doing better and try to get 3 points.
Trey, you have another one?
Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you this for a very long time. How big is Luka Doncic for Slovenians, and are you planning on trying to catch a game when he's playing in New York?
Yes, he's big. He's bigger than most of the Slovenians. Yes, I'm planning to meet him. We were just stepping in the contact. And yeah, when I will meet him, it will be a huge thing for me.
Adam, you have another one? Anyone else? Trey, you have your hand up, or?
Yeah, why not? We have him here. Might as well keep talking. At least one more. What is your relationship like with Tavon Gray? How was he when you came in? Has he been teaching you some things? What's the competition like there?
Yes, my job here for now is to learn. He is being really good. So I'm trying to learn from him and from other guys. So my relationship with him is very good. We are supporting each other, and I think this is the most important for team.
Great, thanks, Mitja.
We'll go into the room here, Paolo.
How confident you feel to be in the starting 11 this weekend?
If this will happen, this is huge thing for me. I'm looking forward to my first start for this amazing club, and I will do my best, and this is what I can guarantee.
Anyone else? Okay, great. Thanks, everyone.